Welcome to the third of our series of Zoomcast Business Pains, where we will be inviting experts to discuss various aspects of common business pains. What are they and how we can make them better? Hello, I am Maria Pombo. I am the founder and one of the consultants at Better Business at Hand. And today we are delighted to introduce you to one of our colleagues, consultant. She is an experienced Chief Operating Officer. She's a turnaround advisor, chartered financial advisor, and angel investor, Ivelina. Hi, Ivelina. Welcome and a huge thank you for making the time to talk to me today. Really appreciate it.
Hi, Maria. It's my pleasure.
Oh, thanks. You're currently a Chief Operating Officer and you're involved with several projects for some emerging enterprises and have a master from the London Business School. You enjoy turnaround and business improvement work. So can you tell us what attracted you to this type of work?
Yeah, thank you, Maria. What I actually like is that being with companies that I see they do have some troubles, they do face some issues, and helping them. And I think seeing afterwards what you have achieved, it's the feeling out of it. It's actually, you cannot compare it with anything else. So I do enjoy helping companies, and this is why I keep doing the turnaround work.
Oh, wonderful. I totally concur with you. I mean, the feeling of actually helping a business, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel is just very rewarding. It gives you a lot of personal growth as well as professional growth. So
yeah.
I share the same values that on you on that one. Thanks, Ivelina. Well, the topic I like to dissect today in this very short time that we have is that of business processes. And while it might sound like a business mumbo jumbo, I thought we could start with a quick, simple definition of what a business process is and why they are so important to small businesses, even if you are a one-man band. Would you kindly do us the honor?
Of course. For me, actually, the business process means knowing what exactly your business is doing, knowing what you do, and most importantly, knowing how to do it. Basically, this is on the broader scale, but if you start thinking about every aspect of your business, of your operations, knowing how to do every aspect, this is basically the business process.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. That's very helpful. So following that, on that, Ivelina, business improvement is about having a process in place, which is what you were talking about, knowing what your business is all about. And business processes come in different shape of form, regardless of the size of the business. That includes from hiring a staff to customers onboarding, management to dealing with suppliers, etc. So what would you say your experience is that is the process that businesses tend to struggle with, or what are the teething problems from your experience?
Yeah, I think that really depends on the business, and but I probably can group the main issues into first, start with your customer and know your customer journey and know who your customer is and what is the process of serving that customer and what is happening on the back end within that company. The second important process that I think is actually really crucial is the process of hiring and retaining staff. So I've realized that a lot of businesses struggle because they don't have the right people on board. And having the right people on board, and especially now in the COVID time, having responsibilities and ownership and delegate the ownership to the people can be crucial for companies.
Would you say that, following on that comment, having that ownership, would you say that accountability and culture in a business, regardless of the size, is important to empower?
Absolutely. I think now when people are working remotely with teams, but literally can be anywhere, and it's very important that you delegate, but with the delegation, you give the autonomy and, of course, accountability. And that's absolutely crucial. In a lot of companies, especially the small companies, business owners tend to be involved in everything. Try to be everywhere and to control everything. And I think this is not the best experience that I've seen. Probably because you cannot be everywhere. And I think owners have other things to concentrate on, the most important, to really lead the company. Mm-hmm. And they should basically delegate to their team the rest. And this comes my previous advice: have the right people to whom to delegate, and right people together with basically know who is doing what. Accountability, yeah, probably is the right answer to the question. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. No, I totally agree. And it's so crucial, the point that you made, that business owners tend to actually want to have control and their fingers in every single pie. But a lot of business owners don't know everything, and that doesn't necessarily make them a bad owners. In fact, the important thing for a business owner is to be lead the business as you. It's a so crucial comment that you just made, because leading is important, and knowing how to lead is. Would you say that is kind of a pain point for a lot of business owners, knowing how to lead?
Yeah, knowing how to lead. It's really crucial. There are different leading styles, as we know. There is no one size fits all. But I think giving really more freedom to the people, basically, in a lot of situations, really has a very positive impact on the business activity.
Wow, yes, absolutely. I totally agree. And it's quite important because, having that freedom to the people to that they know what they're doing, and to prove themselves that they are actually accountable and responsible for every task that they are performing in the business is even rewarding from their point of view, because,
exactly, it's a very motivating tool for employees as well. It gives them sense of belonging to the company and makes them more motivated to contribute.
And that contribution leads to growth.
Exactly.
So absolutely, no, I agree. Thank you. So I mean, I know that every business has its own special way of setting up a process that will work for that business, and so each process has its own set of pain to this, to deal with. So, but we only have a short period of time in this interview, and I'm very grateful for your time. So, what would you say your word of wisdom will be? You would like to share to those wanting to get their process in better shape?
I think companies generally, they have to stay focused. They have to stay focused on what their business really is about, and they have to build very good processes. Meaning, they really need to know how to do the things, how to get from A to B, and it's really important. Usually, if you don't have this described, if you don't have this clear and communication is actually really the key, then soon you can reach a situation where left and right hand, they don't talk to each other, they don't know what is happening. And if you portray this on a higher level to the strategy, you see a lot of companies, they fail in the strategy just because the processes were not well done. And there may be a lot of ideas, people may be very creative, but then you realize they are only ideas on paper, and they just never get realized, they never get executed. So my advice is really know what your business is, know how to do the things, and stay focused on it, stay focused on the execution.
That's very enlightening. Thank you. And very helpful too, because like you said, there are a lot of ideas, but it's good to have an idea, but if you don't know how to execute, then it's an idea is just a wish. or basically, I'm without a plan. It's also a wish, isn't it? Well, thank you so much for your time, Ivelina. And talking to you is always a pleasure. It's good to see you. And I hope those listening or watching have enjoyed this short on business pains and found it very useful. As always, every business pain has its own difficulties, but we're here to serve. So you can book Ivelina or one of our other colleague consultants from our Meet the Team page in our website. Our website is betterbusinessathand.app. And if you need a hand and with a particular business pain, we're here. So don't hesitate to get in touch. We will be happy to help you. Until next time, thanks so much for watching and listening. Thank you, Ivelina. You have a lovely, lovely time. And thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Maria. My pleasure.
Thank you.